Hello, I'm Angie Monco with Harmony Harbor, and I'm here to teach you today a very powerful technique in a brief 5-minute session. It's called Emotional Freedom Technique, also known as meridian tapping. And I'll go more into the meridian tapping in another video. I'll teach you how to write the phrases a little bit more, but for today I just want to show you the mechanics. So the first part is called the setup. And what you do is you see this is the karate chop point. And so I like doing this. I like chopping both of the karate chop points together at the same time. And I like doing both sides of the body just because I think it's a little bit more thorough. So we do something called the setup. And I'm not going to get into all the reasons behind why all this works. If you want more information, there's plenty of information out on the internet. I just want to show you the basic technique and the setup part. Okay? I do want to explain this one thing though. The idea of emotional freedom technique, also known as meridian tapping in today's world, is that all negative emotions are created by a disruption in your body's energy system. And so when we tap, we clear out the energy system and allow it to get flowing more smoothly. It's like acupuncture, but with no needles. It's more like acupressure. So let's just dive right in. Okay, so the setup phase, or setup part, whatever you want to call it, you're going to tap your hands on this karate chop point, and you're going to state a sentence. And like I said, I'll give you more details about how to create your sentences in another video. But for today, you're just going to state a sentence, and we'll use the example of a food craving. Okay, so we'll use, I don't know, craving for chocolate. And we'll say something like this, and this is a standard sentence. Even though I have this craving for chocolate, I love and accept myself anyway. And what you do is you think on a scale from 0 to 10, with 10 being the most severe or the most intense emotion, where you fall before you start tapping. So in this case, let's say I have an intense craving, and it's from a 0 to 10 scale. It's a craving of a 10. So I have a craving of a 10 for chocolate. Alright, so I'm going to start out, I'm going to say, even though I have this craving for chocolate, I love and accept myself anyway. So do you see that? That's the normal sentence in EFT. I love and accept myself anyway. And the first part is even though, and then fill in the blank with your issue. And you say it 3 times. That's the magic number. So even though I have this craving for chocolate, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I have this craving for chocolate, I love and accept myself anyway. And then you actually start the tapping. And here's the first point. And again, you can use either hand, your dominant hand, or you can use both hands. I like to use both hands. Alright, but it's the beginning of the eyebrow. And you have this bone that circles the eye. Well, you're going to start at the beginning of the eyebrow point towards the nose, and you're going to say this craving for chocolate. It's called a reminder phrase. You're just going to keep your mind tuned in to what's going on with your issue. So it's just a little snippet from the first part of the sentence. Remember I said even though I have this craving for chocolate? You're just going to say, as a reminder phrase, this craving for chocolate. And then the second point is on the outside of the eyebrow. It's also, along that bone, so you're not going to be out here by your temple, but this craving for chocolate, and I do both sides. And you just use, usually your index finger and your middle finger here, this craving for chocolate. Underneath the eye, that's your third point, this craving for chocolate. Underneath the nose, this craving for chocolate. And right in the dimple of the chin, this craving for chocolate. If I'm using both hands, I can do them at the same time. Okay. Speaking of the pressure, before I continue, you don't want to do it real hard where you hurt yourself, and you don't want to do it so lightly that you don't feel it. So just a nice pressure in between. And as far as how long you stay on that point, it's really up to you. But a few seconds is sufficient, just long enough to say a reminder phrase. Okay, so I'll review again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dimple of the chin. And then the next one is at the end of the collarbone. And to get both sides, and also to make sure you're getting the right place, I put my hand in a fist like this, and then I just tap right over that U-shaped notch in the middle of your throat, where a man would not tie. Okay? Is craving for chocolate. Then the, let's see, that's 5, 7th position is right underneath your armpit, right here. And it's like 4 inches underneath the armpit. Alright? Kind of where a woman's bra strap would be. And if I'm doing both sides, it would look like I'm hugging myself, okay? And when I do the under the arm, I use all my fingertips because it's a wider surface. And then I come full circle back to the top of my head and I say this craving for chocolate. So there's 8 points. And this is called the shortcut. in EFT because it's only 8 points. There are more points, but you're not going to use them all. And these are completely effective just to do the 8, okay? So, one more time, this craving for chocolate, this craving for chocolate, this craving for chocolate, here, you keep repeating it, this craving for chocolate, this craving for chocolate, this craving for chocolate. And then you assess, okay, is my craving coming down? Because it should be. And that's the hope, you get it down to a 0. But let's say you have a little bit, you still have some craving there. Let's say we got it down to a 4, okay, just in this example. Well, we're going to do another round, only this time we're going to do the karate chop point again, the setup, and say, even though I have this remaining craving for chocolate, I love and accept myself anyway. Add emotion to it too when you're speaking, because that engages the subconscious even more. So even though I have this remaining craving for chocolate, I love and accept myself anyway. And you say it one more time, because we say it 3 times. And then you'll come back to the beginning of the eyebrow, this remaining craving for chocolate, this remaining craving for chocolate, and you go through all the points. For sake of time, I won't do that. But you're only adding in the word remaining when you have extra craving or whatever it is you're working on. When you haven't gotten it down to a 0, you just do another round and acknowledge that there's still something remaining there, okay? You do that within your sentence in the setup, and you do it within your reminder phrase, okay? That's the basics of EFT. And the goal, again, is to help you to relax. It's a relaxation technique. And when we're relaxed, we can be more creative and life flows a lot better. So I hope you'll use this on everything. You can use it on pain. You can use it on any negative emotion, boredom, stress, anxiety, anything that's bothering you, relationships, you name it. Try it on everything. There's actually a movie called Try It on Everything. So, this is Angie Monco with Harmony Harbor signing off. And I would like to tell you, if you'd like to contact me, or for a one-on-one coaching session, or a group coaching session, or just whatever, if you have questions, you can reach me at 314-422-6520, or you can find me at my website, www.harmonyharbor, and you can see the sign, how to spell it, HARMONYHARBOR.com. Have a wonderful day.